dress from Goodnight Macaroon, and when I got it, it had this collar that was attached to the dress, and it was like a strip right here. Apart from, I had to adjust the straps because they were too big for me because I only have like little arms. So once I did that, the little collar didn't actually measure up to these buttons here. But I'm like, hang on, I could make like this little collar that I have right now. So I cut the little tail part off and I made this snazzy collar that I'm wearing right now.
For me and dance with me.
Okay, so the first thing you need is a collar, and this here is the collar that I got from my dress, so it's a detachable collar. If you don't have a detachable collar, you can also use a collar from an old shirt, like this one here, and you'll just have to go down, and you can see it's the same as this, but you'd have to go down and cut about 1 centimeter before the seam. If you've got a stronger fabric shirt like denim, then you can just cut along this seam. Anything that's lightweight will fray. Okay, so this is for decorating the collar part, and I've chosen to use this old earring that I got from Diva, and it was about $1 on sale, but it's too heavy, so I'm never really going to wear it, so I'll just use that. You need thread that's kind of similar to the collar that you're using, a needle, and if you want more of a prettier look, you can get like assorted bits and pieces from craft stores. Like you can get like lace, butterflies, love hearts, jewels and everything. If you don't want to sew, you could also use a hot glue gun. If you don't have a hot glue gun, you can use good quality glue, wood glue, to glue on like embellishments and stuff like that as well. Okay, you'll also need a piece of paper, a ruler, a pen that works, scissors, and I'm choosing to use this old bag here because it's so old, the handle's gone and everything, but I wanted to use this material here, which is leopard print, and it's a sturdy fabric, so I won't really have to hem it so it won't fray. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is trace around my collar because I do want a bit of fabric to show on my collar. If you aren't doing fabric and you just want to embellish it, then you can just skip this step. But what I'm doing is I'm just going to pull it tightly and trace around the edge. And once you've kind of traced around the shape, just get a ruler and kind of measure it so it's straight. I'm just going to come in about 1/2 centimeter because I still want some of the fabric to show, and I'm just going to kind of just do a little border around that. So now I'm just going to put a little X on this corner right here, just so I know that it's the corner on the collar that's the outer part. And now I'm just going to cut around this dotted line. So next thing, you just want to move everything safely to the side, and we're going to start cutting out the material. So I'm just going to cut this out of my bag. Okay, so now because mine's a detachable collar, I'm just going to cut about a little bit over 1 centimeter off this little tassel right here. If your shirt isn't a sturdy fabric and you needed to cut about 1 centimeter around, this is where you'd do that. Okay, so now I'm just going to get this little bit that's hanging out here, and I'm going to fold it over so it's like a little triangle on the corner, and then I'm going to fold it in, but you want to make sure you can still get to that buttonhole. And now I'm just going to pin it. Okay, so on the other side of that, it'll make a nice straight line, so you won't even be able to see where you folded it. Okay, so I'm just keeping the pin here so it doesn't come undone. And I've got my needle and thread, and you want to do the tiniest little stitches. So we're going to go by taking some of this fabric off the other side, only a little bit because we don't want it to show on the other side of this collar. And just keep doing that all the way around. Okay, so once you finish stitching, you just want to do some hidden stitches in the corner just to make sure it's tight and it won't come undone. And then with this excess thread, you just want to cut it as close as you can to the material without actually cutting the material. And once you've done that, you've got this beautiful hidden bit, and you can't see it at all from the front, and there it is. Okay, so this is the fun part. You get to glue these little triangles on, and you can use your wood glue or hot glue gun, and you just want to make sure you get it right, so you get the placement right, so it's the long side furthest away from this part here. So this is the outer corner, you want the long side on the other side, and you just want to make sure you get your border even, and you want to make sure it's kind of the same position as the other one on the other side, which I've already done right here. Okay, so now as you can see, I finished gluing the leopard part onto the collar, and now I'm going to move on with the earring. Okay, so at this stage you want to try your collar on and just make sure it sits right, and you want to take whatever you're using. For me, I'm using this earring right here, and I'm just going to pull this chain off, and I've just decided whereabouts I want to sew it on. So I'm going to stitch it on this piece of material here, right above where the button will be, so it'll cover the button. So it'll look like that. But I will be stitching it above this buttonhole right here, so when the button goes through, it'll cover the button. Okay, so I've just did a little stitch right here, so we can do like a flip top lid, and when I'm ready to undo it, I can undo it that way and put it on, and it fits perfectly.